Did I turn subtitles on? I completely forgot about that. Hey, buddy. Oh, they don't have voice acting for this? Okay. No worries, no worries. I'm not gonna do the voices. Oh, are we getting some lag on the end of the engine? We are. You need to get launch codes from the Hornfells at the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those in once you said your goodbyes. Okay. Let me get some settings tweaked here real quick. Let's see. Slate said you're blasting off in your ship today. Really excited to see the launch. Aren't you going to go into space? Aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. Alright, let's see. I hear you and Slate beefed up the model ship. Can I see it? Yeah, we recalibrated the controls and installed better thrusters. Want to give it a test drive? Slate says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Try to land on one of those geyser pools. Show me what you got. Okay, alright, here we go. This is a plan now. Expert landing. Almost. Not quite. This thing is difficult to fly. Like, genuinely, I'm not joking. Alright, off the ground. It falls forward so easily. I'm not... Is there something about this I'm not understanding? That looks like a win in my book. I think I've done my job there. That is more than enough. Alright. That's the ship flying tutorial, I imagine. I'm gonna be awful at flying the ship later. Heyo, hatchling. Howdy, buddy. Do I look like this too? I hear you're leaving us to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, let you, me, and Gossin open up a bottle of the good stuff. I'm only seeking adventure amongst one star, actually. Other stars are too far away. The good stuff is less delicious sap wine and more daunting digestive challenge. That's fair. I'm not a drinker, so... An iron stomach is the mark of a true Hearthian, my friend. Okay, our hardy hunter-gatherer lifestyle stems from trial and error, by which I mean our ancestors survived eating a lot of bad things. That's very true. It is very true. Alright. I imagine if you land the ship in there, it'll just blast it out, which would be cool. Hey, buddy. You're actually blasting off in that thing, huh? They really don't explode as often anymore. I'm told my odds... I would say this, probably. Yeah, the space program's certainly come a long way. I should probably thank you for causing fewer flash fires than your predecessors. By the way, good luck with those retro rockets. Outer Wilds Ventures presents Postcards from Orbit. This projector is linked to our Sky Shutter satellite, which is currently orbiting Timber Earth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village. Interesting. Rear view snapshot and forward snapshot's not doing anything. Interesting. So it's like a flyover satellite. So you can see all the geysers. I hope I'm not breaking anything by taking all these photos. This is neat. There's the little camp. This pilot seat, used by the pioneering astronaut Feldspar, is all that remains for our inaugural flight to space. Although it's been argued such a distinction requires a breathtakingly liberal definition of flight, that day will nevertheless always be remembered as a landmark achievement in Hearthian history. This is interesting. Okay, so they've got a lot of stuff in here. Is there anything else to read? No? Alright, so this is all the relics from their first space flights. So it's launch day, huh? Hal's gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launch from is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? Yeah, probably. Not made out of wood would probably be smart. That big tree in the village would be the perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just say the word. The launch pad is flammable? You didn't realize that? Don't worry, it's held up for all the launches so far. It'll definitely be fine for yours. Probably. And knowing my luck, things don't usually work out that way. They've got like the Boneworks jump for this. Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Oh, he's playing a little banjo. Tell me about the travelers' instruments. Oh, sure, I made all of their instruments, you know. Let me see. There's Shirt's drums, Ryback's banjo, and Gabro's flute. Interesting. Feldspar's harmonica. Of course, though Feldspar's been missing for a long time, sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space. That'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. Interesting. I imagine that'll come back into play later. There's 3 other instruments, or 4 other instruments, unless he has the banjo. Hello, astronaut. If it isn't... Okay, so these are the kids. We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we? I can't give it to him. Absolutely not. Alright. Not much of a talker. No worries. Oh, fisherman. Spy now. Fishing rhyme, singing helps me pass the time. There's plenty of fishing rhymes that you could have come up with. Don't be so lazy. If this is all you're doing, you're leaving the crater, guess we'll be a little busier without you to lend a hand. The big water planet, Giant's Deep, that's where I'd go. One time, after the rest of the village left to sleep, it was just the 2 of us sitting around the campfire. Gabro told me about her first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down, on account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabro wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down, but suddenly Gabro couldn't go any farther. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabro go any deeper. It held Gabro back, almost as if it were trying to protect them from something. And then, in the terrible darkness, Gabro saw it. The tentacle of some hideous beast. Was there wine sap involved in the campfire tent? Come to think of it, don't you have somewhere you should be exploring that isn't here? The zero-gravity cave and the observatory are up this way, and a loud waterfall. What a cool little setup. Alright. Hold on, I don't know what I'm taking a snapshot of. Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eye. The good news is you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. Alright. This R1 button ain't working. For whatever reason. For this. Interesting. So it's like an Aurora Borealis. That's just chilling in there. What's up, Blue? Oh, you throwing rocks at the ghost? Hold on, let's go check out the Zero G cave, because I kind of want to see what that's like. It would be rude of me not to go. Hey, come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I've got Zero G training set up if you want a refresher. Yeah, I might need that. Howdy, partner. Hey, I thought I might see you before your big launch. Oh, he's missing an eye. Nerves getting the better of you? Like you weren't nervous before your first flight. Hey, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you, me, and the vast endlessness of space. Does that mess with his depth perception, do you think? Or does it matter? Does it matter? If he has 2 eyes, that's all he really needs, right? For depth perception? Or would it just be some new form of depth perception that you get with each individual added eye? No, because that would definitely fuck up your hand-eye coordination for sure. Because you'd be more inclined to move things to the right because you're just getting double the input from that side, right? But really, you'll do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully that lunatic slate at least fixed the metro rockets. So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment set up down in that Zero-G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a last-minute Zero-G practice, head down to the lift and into the cave, or don't, so long as you're confident you can make ship repairs in space. One repaired satellite coming up. Let's do it. It's probably smart of me to do these tutorials because I have no clue what we're doing. And I can barely pilot the ship, so if anything else is like that, this is going to be a long journey. And I can also see why things blow up so often. Their controls are not very streamlined. Oh, when did I get this? Will there be horror sections in this game I was unaware of? Well, hello, Zero-G equipment. Alright. Oh. This is actually really easy to move with. Hey, nice of you to drop down. I'm getting some 0-0. Give me the dirt. I'm getting some 0G time in. You're going in there, in the cave? What? No, I'm fine. Great, fine. You don't look fine. Well, you know, I hate that cave until I don't know why you're making me talk about it. Something wrong with the cave? Oh, it's just because it's 0 gravity down there? Oh, yeah, no, I could definitely see why. What the... That is terrifying. Alright. In we go. Oh, this has become significantly more difficult. Okay, hold on. I think I got it, though. Lock on. Match velocity. Oh. There we go. Alright, it's just a matter of being right next to it when you need to be. Where are we going next? Next one's going to be outside, probably? I see one right there. Okay. I kind of get what we're doing. This is actually much easier to control than the ship was. That's nice. I really like that they've animated the whole repair process instead of just the complete section, which is what I would expect most, like... I imagine this game didn't have a high budget. Not because it's bad, but just because the nature of the game that it is. And I don't, like, I would have heard more marketing for it if it wasn't an indie, and I imagine it's like an indie gem, for sure. Up, and time. Let's go. Whoops. Now for the quickest route back. Do I get to keep the suit? I probably have to put it back, don't I? Oh, I guess it's mine. Yeah, okay, I am one of those aliens as well. That's cool. Also, you get a full body as well. I didn't realize. Thank you, buddy. Nicely done. Of course, it'll just be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, I can imagine. But just remember your training and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go and get the launch codes from the observatory and go get out of here already. Best of luck out there. And hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time into training, you got it? Alright. Wish I could use the little thrusters to get up here faster. I saw smoke coming out the Young Bark crater up north and figured I should go check it out. You can use the scout launcher, just please don't break it while I'm gone. What's this thing here? East, the Nomai Ruins. Is there just a lot of stuff on this island? The Quantum Grove crater. And the Geyser Mountains. Oh, and over here. The Young Bark crater. What does this thing do? Launch Scout. What did it do? Oh, okay. I now I get it. All right. So it flies over the mountains. So you get a good shot of everything. Okay, now it's about to hit the ground. So you can rotate the... Oh, hey, look. Is that him? No, that's smoke. Ooh, hey, look. A shooting star. Or a meteor flying into a sun or something like that. Something tells me there's not much else to get from this. Alright. Yeah, it's cool. I'm good with this. Oh! Not what I expected! Whoops. Definitely not how I thought that was gonna go. Wait, did I lose the whole game? Morbius contractors. No way this is going to start me all the way over. I didn't even make it to the ship. I died outside the ship. I might be the only one in the space program to have died before launching. Oh man, I really fucked that up. That's on me. Okay. Another expedition. We got this. No worries. Am I the same person? Or like it? Okay, cool. All right. I thought it was kind of like a you die and then your ancestor tries next kind of thing. But it actually seems more like it is just you again. So now I see why they give you the option to skip all of the tutorial sections. Because otherwise this would get really annoying. So does it work like every time you die in general, it's the whole game over again? That would imply this is like a roguelike game in a way then. No, or are there checkpoints? There's probably like save points on different planets, right? But that would kill the point of the day. Is this guy someone I've talked to? Oh, hello astronaut, it's good weather for launch, right? Ain't that lucky? Using my signal scope to pick up sounds from distant planets. Last night I heard Ryback's banjo coming from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets too. It depends on the time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different types. Signal scopes are cool. Huh. So people get to live on their own planets. They just launch off to go live on their own nearby planet. That's neat. Is there another planet nearby? Oh, are the two planets near each other? That's cool. Oh. Okay. That is... What was that, a cymbal drum? No, are those like... What is that, a drum set? We'll see. Interesting. Alright, so I'm slowly starting to get the hang of it. This guy's gonna keep pelting it. Okay, let's try not to die on the way to the ship this time. So how do I get over there if it isn't like this? Oh, I have to go back. I need the launch codes, right? Yeah. And I needed it from Hayford. And he... Was he the one who left me this note? No. So he's up here somewhere, though. Yes, this is my first time playing through the game. I have no idea what this game is about, other than that everybody loves it as a story game. So... I always said I'd play it at some point. I just never got around to it. Is it somebody? Let's see. But this is a place I haven't gone yet. Hello. Outer Wilds Ventures founding members. Clockwise from the top left is Hornfels, Grossen, Slate, and Feldspar. Interesting. So they're all named like after, or I guess some of them are named after minerals, some of them are named after rocks, some of them are named after, like, I imagine plants. Big thanks to these additional founding members of our Outer Wilds Ventures. Without them, we would have never gotten off the ground. Is this the Patreon section? Yep. Get me out of here. No. Oh, okay. I thought it was a long list. I was very worried. All right. Outer Wilds Ventures, Timber Earth's first and only space program, was founded to explore the far reaches of the outer space. There's nothing better than someone knowing nothing about the... Yeah, it's actually really charming so far. Surprisingly. It's got a good opening bit. It doesn't feel like it's too hand-holdy. Feldspar was the first Earthian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timber Earth and later made it to the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Adelrock. And that's the moon, right? Yeah. The remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. They were goat people. The statue provides us with our most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appear to be covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of the antlers. Oh, they are goat people. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system, we still have no idea where the species came from or what happened to the system. Space game knowledge tells me that these guys probably ascended to some sort of godhood. Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, buddy. It's the Translator Tool's inaugural flight, too. I'm so excited, it's making me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want, anywhere you are. The two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool. So don't break it, okay? Oh, jeez, don't break it. Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous. I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? I'm excited. I can't imagine this could go as bad as the test flights. Not in the slightest. Good, you've only been waiting for this day since we were hatchlings. I can't wait to see you all your training pay off. So what's the dirt? Are you here to see the new Nomai statue? There's a new one? Gabber brought it back, went from Giant's Deep, and Hornfells are just prepping it for display. Oh, okay, it's the one I just looked at. Makes me wish we could see what the real-life Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. I have a feeling that'll come back later as well. Check it out, looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue we've ever found, you know. And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Jeez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself. Oh, what a neat little... I should read all of this. Let's see. This piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. It's Webdings. Although the text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from a central point. Okay, so the swirl starts from the center, then. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author. Oh, hello, translator. We're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long. What is it written? Oh, okay, so is it like little squiggles almost? Like they write in chemical formulas. I can see a chemical right there. I don't remember which one it is, but I recognize it. And I can guarantee, I'm willing to put thousands of dollars on the fact that LSD is in here somewhere. Oh, this is a separate letter. Oh, no, this one just popped up. Fortunately, the Atarok's lack of Korean poggers... the Atarok's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our search. This is like, no, this is actually really interesting. Okay. So then what's the explanation for this thing? Because there's no way you're going to tell me that this is a simple letter. And can it not be translated? What's happening? Oh, it's not a letter. It's like a signature or something. Okay. Alright, so we've got alien species. We've got our species, and we've got planets that are very close to each other. Aside from the dwellings and structures they built, the Nomai also made art. This decorated pottery was discovered on Brittle Hollow. So they occupied other planets, not this one. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, foreign celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system, which makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe or simply had vibrant imaginations. Were the Nomai born in our solar system, or were they born among other stars and planets? And if they were, how and why did they come here? These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through further archaeological exploration. Let me fix this. My fan is turned on. Damn, thing's been blowing on the green screen the whole time. These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through further yeah, alright, cool. This is... Oh, is this a skeleton of one of them? They're a lot smaller than I thought they'd be. They're literally just sentient... Well, actually, they've got like 4 horns. They look really sick, though. I like the skull design. One of my favorite parts of design in terms of character and character art is creature design. And one of the most underrated things is making a creature's skeleton look evil. Like this little bit here where like the skull molds, it separates in the center here. It implies that like their mouths opened up more than just the up, you know? Like it implies that they almost had the ability to open up a little outward as well. Or at least that's what I think. That or they didn't have a nose, I suppose. But... Like, that's what you think, right? When you see the little 2 giant mandible bones in the way. And then the extra spikiness of the horns. It really makes it look like a predator creature with no predators of its own. What you see here are parts of the Nomai skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possess antlers and quite unusually only 3 eyes. Interesting. The Nomai body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in the anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structures, show us that Hearthians couldn't have descended from Nomai ancestors. It's not, okay, so these aliens have thick bones, is something we're learning here. These aliens are very resilient, I guess? It's not clear where the Nomai originated from or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle and as we explore our solar system. Nomai technology we brought back from space has been great boon to our Outer Wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expeditions' gear in exciting and useful ways. The Kerbals gave them this little spacecraft. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantly. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depths of space. Interesting. Oh, so that's how we've been pulling the drones back. This crystal was taken from the Nomai ruin on Brittle Hollow. That definitely looks like it contains a lot of energy. Creates a local gravity distortion and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. Oh, alright. This is a neat mechanic. I imagine there'll be a temple with these or some shit later on. This crystal was taken... Yeah, okay. Interesting way to put signs on both ends. What the... It's good to know that even aliens have an anglerfish. There's one fish that is a universal constant, and it's this ugly fucking thing. The anglerfish... Oh, no, it is just an anglerfish. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to Dark Bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere, and they've got it in the library full of light, or in the museum full of light. And these are all the planets in the solar system, because it looks like an alien. Exactly, yeah, no, it does. It's just, it is all, like, as an anglerfish, the human anglerfish is not that gross of a fish compared to the other creatures we have down there. This one specifically looks like a D&D creature almost, you know? It's like, but it's still called an anglerfish. It's like if you could translate anglerfish, it would mean ugly sea creature. All right, I think I'm good on reading all these extra bits about the planets, but this thing looks like it's going to be important. The strange rock moving around in the grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabriel claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means. Whatever's actually happening, both sides of the debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. What, so it only exists until you... Ah... That is interesting. Alright, we are learning puzzle mechanics that we aren't even aware that we're going to have to deal with yet. Watch closely, these balls move on their own. That's also terrifying. Imagine living in a see, these would be way more terrifying than sentient, like, alien creatures. Just, like, things that aren't alive, but are barely at the same time, like this, would creep me out far, far more than anything that looks like it can think. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes the spooky motion? The answer is the moon. Oh, okay, it's just a rock, then. As it orbits our planet, the Adel Rock's gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. I thought it was a sentient rock. That's on me. That's my bad. That is completely my bad. Well, hello, observatory. You know, there was a point in time where I thought that you could get an observatory job, like, or I thought about it, but it's way too difficult. This is incredible. At first I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies. And this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. You can tell I'm slowly slipping into it. I'm slowly slipping into a minor voice for these guys. Oh, wow. I was not prepared for that. Hello. Okay. So this is the galaxy we're dealing with. All right. Hold on. Let me get the hang of this. This is going to hurt my brain. I was doing a lot of Blender and Unity the other day, or yesterday. Not the other day, yesterday. So I'm learning new movement mechanics on grids. Bothers me now. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, and it gives me anxiety. Timber Earth, you're here. We've got the Hourglass twins closest to the sun, the Ash twin and the Ember twin, which kind of look like they orbit each other while also orbiting the sun, which is neat. Brittle Hollow and Hollow's Lantern, which is its own tiny little, portable mini-sun? Which means Brittle Hollow... There's no way Brittle Hollow would be even mildly inhabitable if that's the case. Right? Right? Because that's not a moon. That's just a tiny little pocket sun. Which would... Yeah, I mean, obviously it looks uninhabitable, but yet someone lives there. So, Dark Bramble is almost completely gone. What an interesting little spot. This reminds me of navigating the Ratchet & Clank map now. Giant's Deep, which is the Neptune-ish planet, which looks like it has some old ruins floating around the outside of it. That might be important. Is that everything? Yes, yes it is. Oh, the Interloper. You gotta make it you gotta make it habitable yourself, I guess, but like there is a difference between being able to live on a planet and like that would there if it's that close, right? We're talking at least a good 200 degrees minimum on the surface of that planet. The Interloper is a little comet that hangs out in our solar system, it looks like, and it's following or it's near this. Is this a black hole? Or a white hole, rather, or is this just a smaller white dwarf star? There is something right next to it. I can't really see what that is because it doesn't let me zoom in enough, but I feel like if we go out and follow... Oh, so we're going to have to time our launch depending on the orbit of these planets, aren't we? Interesting. Okay. So then when would be the ideal time to take off? And where are we going? I need to know where we're going first, would be the question. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get the newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with the Know My Translator tool. I confess I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you're in space? I'm going to learn more about the Nomai. I'll meet up with other travelers. Want to go somewhere no one's gone before. I think I'll start with something small. I'm going to wing it. I used to say that all the time in school, like my entire life. Planning to follow in the footsteps of Feldspar in the great Outer Wilds Ventures tradition, are you? I might have guessed. Well, see if you can't put that translator tool of yours to good use while you're out there. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for launch. I'm ready to die in space. I'm ready to get off this rock. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about dying out there. It's simply impossible. Alright, I've got the launch codes. It's dash dash, dash dot dot, dash dot. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not a Morse code guy. But if I had to guess, oh, okay, that's normal. Okay, it's taking all of my memories of what I just did just now, right? Oh, hello. Golden eyes. Well, that's gonna be important later. Is this like a checkpoint section then? I imagine those things will function as checkpoints then. Hey, buddy. Hey, so did you get a good look at the Nomai statue? It looked at me and opened its eyes. The statue was doing what? So its eyes opened, and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking? Statue's definitely weird, man. Hornfeld's tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this has ever happened to him. I don't think you're going to get any answers from that museum statue. But Gabbro said that they were going back to Giant's Deep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more. On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro, so maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue. Good luck and safe flying. Alright, so let's not jump off and die like last time, because that was a very dumb mistake on my part, but But it is tempting to... Oh, alright. Note to self. They can't just stand on anything. This game is programmed to make you slip and fall. Now it is our time to go into the launch tower and begin, I imagine. Let me have another marshmallow, because I think that's what's keeping me alive right now. I'm a big fan of roasted marshmallows when it comes to camping. Have I done the flight practice? Absolutely, for quite a while. That being said, it wasn't perfect, because they do program this thing, like, really badly. But, I mean, how hard can it be, right? So. Liftoff landing camera. Alright. Holding R2 for liftoff. Yeah, see, this is already more complicated than the other thing was. Alrighty then. Here we go. definitely should have checked the map to see where we... Oh, there's... Alright, we're going to the moon first.